In the modern world, technology has transformed the way governments and institutions monitor, track, and collect information. From closed-circuit television cameras on every corner to the vast reach of digital data gathering, the surveillance state is no longer a concept reserved for dystopian novels. It is a reality woven into the fabric of daily life. While surveillance is often justified in the name of national security, crime prevention, and public safety, it also raises profound questions about civil liberties, privacy, and the kind of society we want to live in. The challenge is finding the delicate balance between ensuring security and preserving the freedoms that define a democratic society. Surveillance in its most basic form has always existed. Communities have long kept watch over public spaces to deter crime and maintain order. But with the advent of advanced technologies, facial recognition, artificial intelligence, big data analytics, and mass digital interception, the scale and precision of surveillance have reached unprecedented levels. Governments can now track individuals' movements, monitor online communications, and compile detailed profiles of their behavior, often without direct consent or knowledge. Proponents of a robust surveillance state argue that such capabilities are essential in an age of global terrorism, cybercrime, and increasingly sophisticated criminal networks. Surveillance tools can help law enforcement identify suspects, prevent attacks, and respond quickly to emergencies. In some cases, surveillance footage and digital evidence have been critical in solving crimes and bringing perpetrators to justice. Supporters often frame surveillance as a necessary trade-off, giving up a degree of privacy in exchange for safety and stability. However, this trade-off is not without risk. Expansive surveillance powers can be misused, intentionally or unintentionally, leading to violations of civil liberties. Without proper oversight and accountability, surveillance can become a tool for political repression, targeting dissent, or discriminating against certain groups. History offers sobering examples. Authoritarian regimes have long used surveillance to suppress opposition, control populations, and limit freedoms. Even in democratic nations, the temptation to expand surveillance beyond its original scope can lead to mission creep, where programs intended for national security are applied to unrelated areas. One of the most contentious issues is the lack of transparency in how data is collected, stored, and used. Many citizens are unaware of the full extent of surveillance in their daily lives, from their phone metadata being logged, to their online search histories being tracked, to biometric information stored in massive databases. The complexity of modern surveillance systems means that abuses or breaches of privacy are often difficult to detect, and once personal data is collected, it can be nearly impossible to fully erase. The rapid pace of technological advancement adds another layer of complexity. Artificial intelligence and machine learning have given surveillance systems the ability to predict behavior, recognize faces in crowds, and even detect emotional states. While these tools may improve efficiency, they also carry the risk of false positives, biased algorithms, and wrongful targeting. Inaccurate or discriminatory AI-driven surveillance could have life-altering consequences for innocent individuals, eroding trust in public institutions. Striking the right balance between security and civil liberties requires clear legal frameworks, robust oversight, and active public engagement. Laws must define the boundaries of surveillance, specifying under what circumstances it can be used, how long data can be retained, and who can access it. Independent watchdogs and oversight bodies are essential to ensure that surveillance powers are not abused and that any violations are addressed swiftly. Public awareness and informed debate are equally important. Citizens must have a say in shaping the rules that govern surveillance, especially as the boundaries between public and private space blur. Transparency about what is being monitored, why, and how can help maintain trust between the public and those tasked with ensuring security. Technological safeguards such as encryption and anonymization can also play a role in protecting individual privacy while still allowing for effective security measures. For example, law enforcement could use aggregated, anonymized data for crime prevention without collecting personally identifiable information unless necessary for a specific investigation. The surveillance state is not inherently good or bad. It is a tool. How it is used, who controls it and the limits placed upon it will determine whether it strengthens democracy or undermines it. A society that values both safety and freedom must recognize that one cannot be fully secured at the expense of the other. Instead, we must strive for a system in which surveillance is narrowly tailored, proportionate to the threat, and accountable to the public it serves. As technology continues to advance, the conversation around surveillance will only grow more urgent. Decisions made now will shape the balance of power between the individual and the state for generations to come. The challenge lies in ensuring that while we protect ourselves from threats, we do not lose the very freedoms that make protection worth having.